The success steps we have discussed so far provide a great start for helping you achieve the success you envision. Determining your dreams, setting goals, and believing in your ability to reach those goals are vital components to fulfilling your dreams. But success requires action, daily activity that continually propels you toward your desired results. Taking action can be the difference between success and failure. The secret isn't simply in taking daily action. This is important, but your actions must be focused on doing what you need to accomplish your goals. Focusing on the right types of action is key. Determine what you need to accomplish and how you will do it.
Focus, of course, is necessary to be successful in anything. When we decide on a horse that we're going to ride, we need to give that horse the attention that it needs to get to the end of the journey. If we're constantly getting off and trying out other horses, we find ourselves at the end of the day having worked real hard, but we're still in the corral.
It's not enough just to believe it can happen. You have to take action. You have to take steps every single day to have this belief become a reality. And it's baby steps. It's talking to people. It's picking up the phone and making a new contact. And it's becoming involved in the process of success.
The big question that a new skin distributor tends to have is, what do I need to do next? What should I be doing right now? Most of the energy that we expend in trying to move our new skin businesses forward is wringing our hands wondering what we should be doing. And so the sooner we can come up with a to-do list, these are the things that I need to be doing. The next time I've got an hour to devote to the business, here are my priorities. I need to accomplish these several things, is huge, because it keeps us from being paralyzed by that indecision and that uncertainty about what I should be doing. That's true of any enterprise we go into. It's, what do you want, and what do I need to do right now to move me closer to that objective?
I believe that you should start your day thinking of a positive thought. And then from there, carry that energy. This whole world is made up of energy. So every action I take that is positive and toward my goal is pushing energy to the achievement of it. And every moment I spend concentrating on a negative, I'm actually drawing back from that achievement. So the more actions you take to achieve the goals that you want, the more energy you give something creates a wave that is going in the direction that you want to go. And we all know the force of a wave and how powerful a wave is. And I believe we can create our own energy wave of success.
Fear of failure is one of the biggest reasons people don't take the actions necessary to succeed. Fear is created in your mind. In fact, it's an illusion you create when you picture an unfortunate outcome. But you can turn fear into courage. First, shift your focus by changing the picture you are imagining. Instead of focusing on the worst-case scenario, imagine the best-case scenario.
The longer you stand at the edge of a cold pool, the more torturous that seems. And then you leap in and you say, whew, man, I wish I would have jumped in an hour ago. It's really quite delightful. And for me, it's that way with my fears as well. That the sitting and thinking about them, they're certainly much larger than once you actually face them. So if you're afraid to talk to people, go start talking to people with a goal of helping them. And the more you do it, the more you see that it's nothing to be afraid of. And I'll find if I stop doing it then for a month or something, it starts to seem scary again. So the easiest way to fend off fear is to attack it.
I would say that everyone out there is looking to have a conversation, for some friendliness, for someone that cares about them enough to share the good news that they are experiencing in their life. So don't be afraid to share it.
Human nature causes you to be fearful to walk through a door not knowing what's on the other side of that door. But as you push yourself to walk through more and more doors and learn that regardless of what's on the other side of that passage, you survive and can even come to excel, then it becomes less scary to go through that door the next time.
Next, take action anyway, even though you're afraid. Start with small action steps to help you build your confidence, and then tackle the bigger actions necessary to reach your goals.
In the early days of Nu Skin, there were many days when we wondered whether we were going to be able to keep the lights turned on the next day. And I have known personally what it is to have no money in the bank and have your income stream be about an hour long, where you just could not see to the end of the week.
We sat around, we theorized, and we set up an office in my sister's basement. And I bought a Wall Street Journal, and I went and sat at a desk, and I had a Wall Street Journal. I read it, stuff. And it was really cool. And the business was really fun. And then nothing happened, because I was just sitting in the basement reading a newspaper and writing down, noble goals and stuff. But zero happened, and zero would have ever happened. At some point, you just have to go to work. You just have to get out and start doing all the things that we talk about.
Taking action means you will experience challenges and disappointments as you pursue your goals. To keep your action plan on track, it's important that you keep a positive perspective and never listen to that doubting inner critic who wants to sabotage your efforts.
In order for an opportunity to be real, in order for a business to be real, there have to be obstacles to success in place that keep other people from getting there. So those who climb the mountain and who actually achieve the success aren't people who just accidentally discovered some obstacle-free course to success. It's rather people who faced obstacle after obstacle and then worked through them.
And there's just going to be things that are going to happen. And it's going to be, oh good, there's that thing that's supposed to happen, because I'm going to overcome it and build my business in spite of it.
I've seen lots and lots of people come through the business who have all the talent in the world and who would be great at this, but a month into it, they're distracted and off they go to the next thing because it's just more fun. But there can be no success. It seems to me like everything else on earth requires the ability to just stay on track, consistently working, making your entrepreneurial endeavor come true.
We end this segment with one of the most critical components of success: never giving up. If you believe in yourself, if you have your why firmly embedded in your consciousness, if you have created a consistent plan of action, and if you refuse to let occasional setbacks deter you from reaching your goals, you can be successful.
When you ask yourself, am I going to have a business of this? Well, that's totally up to you. Are you going to quit? Are you going to stop when it gets tough? Or are you going to say to yourself, no, I'm going to persevere to the end. I'm going to make this opportunity work for me and my family. I'm going to make this happen for myself, because you're the only one that can.
And so in a distributor's life, they're going to face those same kind of challenges. They're going to run into bumps, and they're not going to be surprising, but people are going to reject them. People are going to give them 50 reasons why it'll never work and so forth. And my encouragement would be that when that happens, they need to say, this is exactly why so many people don't succeed in this business. And recognizing that, I'm going to push through this challenge. I'm going to find answers to whatever the challenge of the day is, and find myself in a higher, more successful ground as a result.